We've never heard the voice chip say that before.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Wow, $800!
Snap out of it, Buzz!
I think it's safe to say that Pixar knows how to make a good movie. They know how to tug on the heartstrings of kids and adults alike, and they expand the animated genre with each notable classic. This film went from one of my most anticipated films of the year to one of the most disappointing. I can't really say that it's a bad film. It's not boring, it tries to convey a heartfelt message, and I don't think it was phoned in. The kind of story they chose to tell fell flat for me. This kind of film should have added to my appreciation for one of the best animated series of all time, but it didn't. Visually, this film is top tier. I mean, the animation is incredible, but that's no surprise. There's a lot of vibrant color in the film, as there should be. There's some terrific shots, and the voice actors, for the most part, do a pretty good job. The passage of time montage at the beginning was great. You got Buzz doing test flights, trying to get his crew home, but because of time dilation, his best friend ends up living her entire life, getting married, starting a family, while Buzz has remained pretty steadfast in his efforts. Reminded me of the absolutely brilliant passage of time montage in Up. Lightyear's montage wasn't nearly as masterful as the one in Up, but I do think it's still pretty good. I think trying to make this film a sort of space adventure was an interesting premise. It felt a bit too much like Interstellar at times, but I appreciated the ambition of the story, especially for an animated one. Buzz Lightyear is a beloved character. This film should have been a hit, but it's not. So why don't people really like this film? In my opinion, there's three main reasons. 1. Tim Allen is not here, and it's a travesty. They went and got Chris Evans to voice Buzz for some reason. Got no problem with my man Cap, but Tim Allen's voice is Buzz Lightyear. Cap doesn't give a bad performance, but having Tim Allen would have undeniably elevated this film, however slightly. It still would be a subpar movie, but at least Buzz would sound like Buzz. Imagine they made the Arkham video games without Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill. Games would have still been good, but how much better were those games just because you heard those iconic voices? There is not a single reason to replace Tim Allen. He still has the great voice for it, he's not too old to do it, and I'm sure he was more than willing to do it. Not to mention that fans certainly wanted to hear him again, and logically, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, if Lightyear depicted the movie hero that the toy was based on, why would the voices be different? What the F, Hollywood? 2. There should not have been a Toy Story spin-off without Woody. Pixar had an opportunity to reinvigorate Buzz and Woody's relationship after Toy Story 4 really sideswiped Buzz for Woody. Instead, they chose to exclude Woody altogether, since Toy Story 4 was basically his movie, and just focus on Buzz. The goal here should have been to strengthen their bond. They're a dynamic duo. This film is a film in the Toy Story universe that Andy sees and thus acquires the toys that we know and love. That's a problem for me, because they dove into the lore of Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 2, but they purposefully kept it corny and very Star Wars-esque. That story was about the toys, not whatever may have inspired their creation. That was the right approach. I feel like a Toy Story spin-off should have interpreted the team of Buzz and Woody and told an original story about them, without Andy or the Toy Story universe in the picture. Plus, we already had a Buzz Lightyear animated series back in the day. We know Buzz. Give me more time with both of these guys. How much better would this film have been if we saw Buzz and Woody? Two very different heroes from different planets that end up aligning for the greater good. Maybe Buzz and Woody live in different sectors of the galaxy. Buzz crash lands on Earth after battling Zurg, or he hides out on Earth or something. Shelters near a town that Woody is the sheriff of. Woody finds Buzz stealing materials to repair his ship or his suit. To get into it, both weary of the other. You got Buzz, who's years ahead of Woody with respect to tech. Woody is shitting his pants that aliens exist. Plenty of comedy potential there. Maybe Buzz doesn't care about Earth until he bonds with Woody and trying to get off the planet to stop Zurg. Plenty of dramatic potential there. So getting the chance to see both Woody and Buzz would have made this film a lot better. 3. This film as a whole just feels unnecessary. The only real reason to return to these Toy Story characters is to give both Woody and Buzz a proper story that strengthens their relationship, since their relationship is really the heart and soul of these movies. I wasn't really a fan of Toy Story 4, mainly because to me the series had run its course with Toy Story 3, a film that left all of our characters in great places. Andy beginning his life going to college, and the toys in the hands of a loving child again. It was poignant, but a perfect way to end the franchise. Similar to Lightyear, Toy Story 4 was not a bad film, not even close. It's just an unnecessary one. It tries to take Woody in a more mature direction. It tries to give his character a fresh start when he really didn't need it, because he completes his arc so well in Toy Story 3, realizing that the toys are his family no matter what or where, going back to save them, being there for Andy until he couldn't be, and finally being there for another child. That arc didn't need any advancement. Lightyear doesn't really add anything to an overall story that I felt should not really need any more expansion on. As I mentioned earlier, a better approach to a spin-off would be one that incorporates Woody and Buzz. Not an origin, a spin-off that is inspired by the story of the toys, not the characters they're based on. Again, this film is not terrible, it's fine. I think a Toy Story spin-off is a fine idea, but Lightyear wasn't it. It's forgettable in a way that the first 3 Toy Story films were not. As a Toy Story fan, you should definitely watch Lightyear. It's fun and light, but if you're looking for a Toy Story spin-off that can hold a candle to its fantastic predecessors, this film is not what you're looking for. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'd be more than appreciative if you did. Have a great day, and I will see you all next week. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.